Bigz. How are you guys doing? This is I just moved spaces. So I am now in my office is now my bedroom and my bedroom is now my office. And so I'm in the new space. Uh got the lighting set up and everything. And I was trying to figure out how to use this green screen and I couldn't figure out how to set the green screen. So it's going to be this overlay and me and the green screen just for a little bit. So just for this episode, and then I'll have it all figured out for a fantasy forecast, etc., etc. Go ahead and get in the chat. Give me your starts and sits questions. I got my data sets all fired up and everything. And then a little bit later, we will be mixing a breakfast cocktail, something light, an eye opener. Some people like to call it a corpse. Well, there's one called a corpse reviver. Oh, I am using a green screen. There we go. And let's get a little background in here. It's green color, green. Yeah. Okay. Go. Enable virtual background. That didn't work. How about this? There it is. Okay. So right there, we are at the Red Rocket. That's in Fallout 4 or Fallout. And or we can go to the 24 NFL draft in Detroit. Oh, how about University of is that Manitoba? Winnipeg, in honor of Mike. But I like this one. Let's do San Francisco. Marin Headlands. Heck yeah. All right, we got the chat fired up. Let's go. Marv or QJ, half PPR. I am a QJ guy. I've been on record as being a QJ guy, and he's getting targets. And I'm not sold on the Cardinals today. I want to say Brissett is starting, and he had an okay week last week. He's set to start. He had 320 yards passing and 2 touchdowns last week. Marvin Mazda Miata Marv. Yeah, 2 targets last week. Wasn't great. And Green Bay's defense is pretty good. And let's just check on QJ for a second. Quentin Johnston. Consistently targeted 10, 13, and then last week he had 4 targets. He had an off week last week too. But his usage in the first 4 weeks has been pretty good. Let's look at the matchups. So we got Arizona versus Green Bay. Green Bay is middle of the pack against wide receivers, and the Chargers are playing Miami. Miami is stingier, but not by much. Only by 6 points or 0.6 points. So yeah, I'm going QJ. And that was from Dev. And he says, "Morning, dude. Morning. Oh, is this in the league that I'm playing you, Dev? Mr. Rusty Shackelford? I hope not. All right. The mass holes in the house. Big Dad Bod here. A couple questions for you today. Otten, Juwan Johnson, Theo Johnson, or Pitts at tight end. Full PPR. That is a juicy one. So I've been liking Pitts. I also like Juwan. Did every tight end that started off the season hot have a terrible week last week? Yeah, Theo did too. I'm saying no on Theo. So let's just eliminate that one. Denver is stout. Pitsy had a rough week last week. This week should be better. Otten. I'm going with Otten. Otten has I want to say Ibuka's out. And did you guys know that the G is silent, like lasagna? Because he's a gangster. Gangsters move in silence, like lasagna. Ibuka. And so Ibuka has a chance to play. Evans likely to play. But, yeah, I'm going Otten, even though it's a Monday tilt. But thanks for your question. And Jason Bundy, 4475, Vidal or Dowdle with Hubbard back. Also trust Waddle in the weather or Bourne with Mac playing. I don't trust Waddle, but when I named him a sit on our show, he had a pretty good game. And then I'm going Vidal. You have to think that in any universe, the Carolina Panthers, like there's not a universe in which the Carolina Panthers don't just immediately make Dowdle the primary back, but Hubbard is the one that they pay the most money. So, it can go either way. But they have been public about the fact that it's going to be a split backfield. So, unfortunately for fantasy owners, which, they don't care about fantasy owners, we have to wait a week or two to see kind of what the usage becomes. Dowdle was an easy fill-in just because Hubbard was hurt. So immediately, if you had Dowdle, you threw him in, and then he had an historic 2 weeks. But and I love Kamani Vidal. So, and then Mass holds back with also Butte, Juwan Jennings, or Golden at Flex 2. Let me check on my Golden shares. And his matchup this week is against Arizona. Arizona's pretty good against the pass. I don't see a huge week for the Green Bay wide receivers, and there's a lot of them. Let's see what the notes say. Actually, Arizona doesn't give up a whole lot of points to wide receivers, but they do give up passing yards. But it's still hard, especially with Dobbs there, and Jordan Love loves him some Dobbs. Love. I love Love. I love that Love loves Love. So yeah, I'm going Juwan. Stephon Diggs is playing. So yeah, I'm going Juwan. And then John Murchison, 6363. I have Rice, Lamb, JSN, and London at wide receiver in a 2 wide receiver, 1 flex league. I'm a bit weaker at running back. Derrick Henry, Jordan Mason, Chase Brown, Rashad White. Which wide receiver would you trade for a running back? Is JSN for Gibbs fair? Ooh. It's a fair offer to make, but I don't know if I'm the JSN holder, I don't know if I do that. You're pretty good at running back. Lamb is coming back. JSN and London. I mean, you have a pretty strong team. I don't know why you would need to make a trade unless you're kind of waffly on Henry. But Chase Brown showed against a really good run defense that he can turn it on. Rashad White, until Bucky Irving comes back, is in a good spot. Jordan Mason. And giving up JSN, like that's, I don't know about that. I think you stand pat. And Dev said, but thank you for your question. Dev says, nope, differently. Good, because I want to beat you and not give you advice. Go Yachty. How are we handling Josh Jacobs today? Update. JJ McCarthy is out. How are we handling Josh Jacobs? Just monitor it. Jacobs is a smash until game time. And it sucks that they're doing that to us that way, making us wait, not telling us, etc. And it's a 125 game. So it's the second slate. So basically what I would do is, and what I am doing in my leagues is I've got him in my lineup because he's a smash, but I'm waiting till that call when they finally, so just stay on top of it. That's what I'm doing. Thanks for your question, Yachty. Am I playing you in my napkin league? Let me see. I hope not, because my team is weak in that league. No. Okay. I'm taking Jacobs of all, or I'm playing Jacobs of all trades. Who's got Jacobs? And where's Yachty? Yeah, that's embarrassing. I'm not doing so hot in that league. Not so great. But in the other one, I'm doing pretty good. Station set up, so during breakfast with Bigz, I can say, hey guys, come with me, and walk over to the station, and then you can see all the cocktail stuff that I'm doing. But for now, I'm going to angle the camera down and see if I can do it better. All right, so I'm going to start with gin. And this is a funny gin, okay? Look at, it's called Booth's. And when you look up Booth's Gin on Wikipedia, it says that it was a gin distillery that was founded by the ancient Booth family of Lancashire. Well, guess who's part of the ancient Booth family of Lancashire? Me, this guy. This is my family. My family did this. Also, this gin is no longer available. This gin stopped production in 2017. So this has been sitting for over 8 years on the shelf at the liquor store I work at. All right, so I'm going to start with 2 ounces of Le Gin. And this is actually a barrel-aged gin, which is not common. They age it in a barrel. 2 ounces. So the idea of a breakfast cocktail is, you're feeling it a little bit from last night. So you just get in there and give yourself hair of the dog, just a little quick pick-me-up. All right, I'm doing 0.75, so 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice in my SFB 14 cup. And my dog wants to eat the neighbors outside because they won't be quiet. All right. Normally, with something like this, you're going to want to chill your glass. I got this cool coupe glass, very fancy. I figured it was fancy for the gin that I'm using. All right, and then we're doing 0.75 of simple syrup. That goes in there. And we shake it like a Polaroid picture. Sorry, Miss Jackson. And then we double strain. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys what this cocktail is. It has a very small coupe. Okay, this cocktail is based on one called the Bee's Knees. The Bee's Knees is gin, lemon juice, and simple. And this replaces the lemon juice with lime juice, and it's called the Business. So, cheers, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Breakfast with Bigz. I hope all your teams win today, fantasy and real life. Except for you, Mike. All right. Jose Vega in the chat on Facebook. Thank you, Jose, for your question. Set one full PPR, Jalen Waddle, Xavier Worthy, or Luke McCaffrey. I'm leaning sitting Worthy, especially with Debo out. And if Debo's out and Terry McLaurin's out, so I say I sit Xavier Worthy. And Masshole says the Bee's Knees is a really good one. It is. And this one is really good too. It's very subtle, very light. I mean, I'm not getting gin. There's not a lot of gin coming out. It is on the back end. There's not a lot of sweet, and there's not a lot of lime. It's a very, very light, balanced cocktail. Perfect for the morning. All right, and Philly Mike OG, would you start Carson Wentz versus the Eagles in DFS? Let's go to the data. All right. The Eagles against quarterbacks in fantasy are middle of the pack. They're allowing about 18.7 points to quarterbacks. 7 touchdowns on the ground or through the air. 162. They're kind of middle of the pack. They've given up more rush. Sorry, no, that was the Chiefs. They've given up 2 rushing touchdowns to quarterbacks. That could just be a product of, yeah, why not? Do it. Come on, man. What do you mean? Come on, man. Oh, posted what? I'm so confused. What did I do? All right, we got a spammer in the chat. What's going on, Alien Football, NFL Game Streaming, NFLHD.com, V1P. Hey, everybody watching, don't stream on this stream. Don't. NFL Game Streaming. Don't go to that website. And that's not one of those things like Trump hates this picture. Don't post it. I'm serious. Don't go to this website. Just it's spamming me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 posts in a row. Appreciate the how do you ban somebody? How do you block a spammer? All right. Yeah, okay. But I didn't do that. So go Ibuka if he's playing, right? Good. The spammer stopped. Don't spam. Why would you spam? Just don't spam. You make me not want to use your website when you spam. If you put in a post that was like not a robo post and it just said, hey, I have this streaming site and you can stream all the NFL games there and it's pretty cool, I might be inclined to check it out. But if you spam 8 chat spams with aliens and footballs, no explanation, I'm going to block you. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to get out of here and thank you guys for watching. Cheers. I hope you win. I hope your teams win, all your fantasy teams, unless you're playing me, and all of your real life teams, unless you're the Chiefs. And I will see you next week. More starts and sits, another cocktail. Also, hey, we got a great show that posts Tuesdays. It's a weekend wrap up and waiver wire show. We tell you all of the great waiver wire pickups that are out there, and also go over our starts and sits calls, studs and duds, etc. We'll let you know how we did, just to show some accountability. Greinberg and Schultz and I think it's important that you all know how accurate we are, and we've been on heaters the last couple weeks, big calls. Our sits show should drop Friday, and our start show should drop Saturday, and also points after Thursday on Thursday night after Thursday Night Football. We live stream. We begin our starts and sits questions of the week there. Oh, and we got another one. I tried to get out of here, but Jelly of the Month 231 got in here. Need to drop a player before 1 p.m. Coker off the IR, or Juwan Jennings who no idea injuries. I have Tet and Bourne too. I think with Juwan Jennings, Bourne is the odd man out. I really like Coker though, but I think that the safest one to drop, since you have Tetaroa, don't call me Tet McMillan, don't call him that. He wants to be called Tetaroa. I think Coker's the easiest drop because I think he's the least likely to get scooped up. I really like Juwan Jennings. I think he pushes Bourne out. Bourne had some spike weeks because Jennings wasn't on the field. That's a situation where when Jennings is back, Bourne kind of loses his role. It kind of goes back to Demarcus Robinson. Kittle's playing too. So I think Bourne is the odd man out there. But Jalen Coker, I think he's still under the radar enough that if you drop him, nobody's going to pick him up if he has a bad week. If he has a good week, then you can go back and make your waiver claim and hope that you get him, whether it's with Fab, maybe overpay a little bit or lose your waiver priority, what have you. But I'm keeping Jennings, I'm keeping McMillan, and Bourne has spiked. So in the public eye, in the public view, Bourne has more value right now than Coker does. So I say drop Coker and pick him up if you need to. Dropping Coker. All right. There you have it. All right, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week. And watch all our shows. Buy all our merch. Go to fantasysportsadvice.com and get your membership together if you don't have it already. So much good content on that website. It's a banger, and I'm so proud to be a part of fantasysportsadvice.com, Fantasy Sports Advice Network. And I'll see you next week. Stay tuned. Huh? Damn it. Stay tuned for